back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my NRL 2022 Indigenous v Maori All-Stars preview for the match coming in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, very keen for it. It's going to be a great sort of game because obviously, you know, it's a big event in the NRL, and you know, I'm always looking forward to it. It's pretty much a very anticipated match. I mean, now the thing is, people are different this year because it may not be as big as what it was the past couple of years because there's particular players missing for the Maori All-Stars team. But no, look, overall, I'm looking forward to it still. You know, I think it's still going to be a great game. I still think, you know, it's going to be a high quality match despite, you know, some of the big names being out for that All-Stars match. So yeah, nothing less. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I really am looking forward to it. It's going to be good. And yeah, this is just my preview on the upcoming match. So I'll basically be giving my tip for the match, basically going through each squads because the teams haven't been officially announced yet, but the squads have today, this afternoon. So I'll be going through both of them and just, you know, going through what players have been selected and just, you know, where some players might be potentially playing and all that sort of stuff. And you know, also we'll be talking about why you know, why some particular players are missing, because obviously there's reasons behind some of the big names missing from Maori or the Maori All-Stars. There's reasons why, because they're missing. So I'll explain that during the video in my preview. But yeah, yeah, let's get into it. So this is the Maori All-Stars All-Stars side and squad. So this is the Maori All-Stars 2022 All-Stars squad. So I'll read out all the names on this squad right here. So it starts from Britton Nakora, Chanel Harris-Tavita, Dylan Walker, Aaron Clark, Esau Masters, James Fisher-Harris, Jaden Nikarima, Jazz Tavaga, John Rapana, Joseph Tarpany, Kenny Bromwich, Kevin Proctor, Cody Nikarima, Morgan Harper, Sammy Solo, Patrick Herbert, Remus Smith, Royce Hunt, Tisa Rabati, and I have a bit of a crack at this. Tukupā Ki Hau Tupahua. I hope that's how I say it, but yeah, that's the Maori All-Star squad right there. Obviously, there's a lot of players like you'd normally see there that are out, like Joseph Manu, Jerome Luai. You know, all these names are ruled out because of COVID or just in close contact with COVID. So yeah, it's still an alright squad though. I still rate it. There's some good players in there, like, you know, I think Fisher-Harris is quality, Kenny Bromwich, Dylan Walker, you know, Remus Smith. I rate all those players right there. There's a couple of new faces actually, like a couple of new boys in the squad. You know, they've got Aaron Clark, who's a new face from the Titans. You know, Jay Nikarima from the Storm, he's a new face. Jazz Tavaga from the Warriors is a new face. Morgan Harper from my team, the Seagulls, good to see him there. Remus Smith's a new face, which I thought he might have played before, but he didn't, which is interesting. Royce Hunt's a new face. TC Rabati's a new face, and so is Howard Tupahua. So yeah, look, it's a pretty interesting squad, but I can see a lot of potential. You know, I think it's a good team, and I think this team will be very strong, nothing less. You know, I think there's a lot of points in that Maori All-Stars side. There's a lot of skill, you know, with a lot of players there, so it looks good for me. So yeah, I rate the squad actually. If I was to give that a squad out of 10, I'd give it maybe a 6.5 or 7 out of 10 at best for that squad. I really think it's a pretty solid squad with a lot of dangerous players, and the coach David Kidwell. Yeah, Kidwell's been there for a couple of years now as the coach, so I think he should do a solid job for this one. So yeah, you know, this is the Maori All-Stars team. On to the Indigenous All-Stars NRL 2022 squad. So I'll go through it now. So they've got Albert Kelly, Alex Johnson, Andrew Fafita, Braden Trindle, David Fafita, Hamisa Tabuai Fidel, Jack Bird, Jermaine Tanoa Brown, Jesse Ramian, Josh Sadokar, Josh Curran, Josh Kerr, Tony Staggs, Nico Hines, Ruben Cotter, Ryan James, Selwyn Cobbo, Tyrell Fuimano, Will Kennedy, and Will Smith, and the coach Laurie Daly. When I first look at that squad, I go, look, the backline's decent, and I think it's much better than what the forward pack is, because I don't think the forward pack's anything amazing. Look, they have some alright forwards in there, like I think Fafita and, you know, Tanoa Brown will do a job, but, you know, there's no real star forward. There's no real, you know, top 10 or like quality front rower in there or back row, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's where I think they'll struggle in the forwards. That's where they might get bullied by the Maori All-Stars from, is in the middle and in the forwards. So that's my concern for the Indigenous All Stars team. But what I don't have a concern is the backline. The backline looks really strong actually, with Kennedy, Hines, and Staggs all being there, as well as young Selwyn Coburn, Hamisa Tabua Fidel. That has a lot of speed and a lot of talent, and Addo Carr being there too. So it's a very, very strong backline. But yeah, look, I really like the squad actually. It looks a bit stronger. Well, it looks slightly stronger in some patches than the Maori All-Stars team, but overall, I think it's going to be close between them two. Just some of the new faces quickly, guys. So they've got Albert Kelly, who's a new face, hasn't played before. Got Brandon Trindle, who hasn't played before. Tabua Fidel, who hasn't played before. Hines, Cobber, and Kennedy, all new faces for the Indigenous All-Stars in this match. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how some of them go. Hamiso is going to be great, I reckon. Hines is, his 2021 form is incredible. So let's see how he goes in this match in the All Stars. Kennedy, Cobbo, Kelly, they're all going to go pretty well, I reckon. So I do rate this Indigenous squad. I guess what's interesting is who's going to be not the fullback. Oh no, fullback be Kennedy. But what I'm interested is who will be the halves. That the halves are an interesting one because they have some options like Hines and Trindle there. I guess no Cody Walker, no Fogarty is going to hurt. So it's going to be a very interesting halves pairing with what they go with. But what I will give this squad, a bit of a good rating. I'll say 7 out of 10. So I gave the Maori All-Stars a 6.5 out of 10. So I'll give the Indigenous, say, 7 out of 10. So what I'm going to show you quickly is that there's a couple of players like you might realise that are out for this All-Stars match for both Maori All-Stars and the Indigenous All-Stars. So for the Maori team, Ponga, Luai, Nickel Cloxted, Haru Naira will join duo Cody Walker and Jack White are missing the game. So basically Ponga, Luai, Nickel Cloxted, Haru Naira, and that's it. We'll be missing the match. John Ricky's not there as well, which I believe he has COVID or has been withdrawn because of close contact to COVID or something. So there's a couple of players that have been either withdrawn because of COVID or withdrawn because their coach doesn't want them to play, which is fair enough. So maybe that's the case with Ricky, I might mean. But and it's not just the Maori All-Stars. The Indigenous are missing. The Indigenous are missing quite a bit. I realise that Jack Wyden and Jack Wyden and Cody Walker aren't there. I don't know what the case is. I don't know what the situation with Jack Wyden is, but I realise that him and Jamal Fogarty are both missing for Canberra, and I don't think there's any Canberra players playing in this All-Stars match. So maybe Ricky just wants to keep his players away from the All-Stars for this year. And with Cody Walker, I've seen on Instagram, like some of, I've seen him on my feed. Like he looks okay, Cody Walker. Like doesn't have any COVID or anything, but maybe he's been close contact or something, or doesn't want to play. I'm not sure what it is, but they're the players that have been withdrawn for the both Indigenous and Maori All-Stars side. So look, I know it kind of lessens the what's it called hype and the anticipation of the match, but I still think it's gonna be a good game. I really think it's gonna be good, and I'm looking forward to it. So it should be a great game coming up at Combank Stadium next Saturday on February 12th. Now for my tip and prediction for the match on next Saturday I should say, not this Saturday, February 12th. My final prediction for this Maori All-Stars vs Indigenous game. I will be backing the Indigenous side to win this time. I've been always backing the Maori All-Stars to win because they've had a better squad, better players overall, I reckon. But this year, they're missing a lot more quality in that side, so I would think that would definitely lessen the impact of how they play and just them in general. And I think with Indigenous, they haven't lost as many players as what Maori have. So, I think that they are in the box seat to win, I reckon. So, I don't really care who wins as long as it's a good game. As long as it's a high quality match with a lot of good moments to happen, and hopefully it's just a good game overall. I don't really care who wins, just hopefully it's a good sort of quality game. But I'll be tipping the Indigenous All-Stars to win. Because of those sort of reasons, like I mentioned before. So I'll go Indigenous to win 1-12. Maybe like a big score or anything. Might be like a low scoring sort of game like it was last year. So maybe like a 20-14 scoreline, or a 16-12 scoreline, or 18-14. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it's going to be in the end. The Indigenous All-Stars to win, but we'll have to wait and see. But everyone, thanks for watching my 2022 NRL All-Stars preview for the coming Saturday after this one. I really hope you enjoyed Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the very next one.